And then Slacks just turns around and goes, "It's me, Austin."
You're like, oh, so there were just baits after baits after baits. Like he was literally just handing out false flags to everybody, like business cards.
Oh yeah, it was great. Oh my god, are we watching this
We're
happen off
starting
the
with
spot?
Slept Acted. We're starting with a classic. These are
Oh,
two players that like to have fun. They're very expressive with how entertaining of a personality these two are. Both of them huge fans of slapping. Both of them also enjoy Name Redacted. His stage does not get much shot like Sean on it
I,
for very understandable reasons.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just sitting here, just like having an amazing conversation, and now I get to watch a dream come true in an arms tournament. We're starting with Name Redacted. I never
Yes.
thought I'd see today.
So we're gonna be seeing Yoshi's only going to have the hot slaps coupled up, so he's locked into that. Cole has diversity. Not only does he have hot slaps, but he also has the breezy slaps.
And he's also got one powerful. Well, to be fair, they both have powerful grabs. Let's face it.
Oh yeah, very powerful grabs. Kid Cobra has some nice angles and curves he can set up with his movement. And we're gonna see that here. A nice dodge for 170 damage. But if Yoshi just finds a good read, his grabs are gonna do 200 damage.
Yeah, already though, Yoshi in critical condition, and Slacks is just dominating this match and just not giving Mummy a chance to even have a say in this. And that's going to be a KO grab, and Slacks, boy, is not holding back.
Yoshi Bowser not having much luck with this Mumford. Used to that light frame and build that Bite and Bark has, and now he's got this giant lumbering body. Makes him a very open target.
Yeah, managed to land some solid hits though on Slacks. Actually scoring the first punches here. He gets another little toasty burn, but oh no, Slacks is gonna miss, but has to force the shield in the end to deny Yoshi any damage.
That was a solid rush counterplay on Yoshi's end.
This is Yoshi's trying to set up for a perfect here after a very rocky start.
Yeah, he's just slapping him down, but there comes the hot slaps. And a breeze blowing him back.
Yeah, forced Mummy all the way to the corner. Mummy went, "No, can you please get out of my face now? I've had enough of that."
But there's the shield, and you know what happens when you shield against a Mumford? 400 damage, overkill.
That's a double grab.
That
A
is,
double
like,
grab, and the other
genuine-
tube just goes flying as well.
That was some genuine overkill right there. I think he had like less than 100 health. And then he just takes another 200. Like,
It's like you only needed 10 of that.
you only need a 10 of that, but we're gonna go for a full 200.
The Slacks on the back foot now. Yoshi, gonna come in with the rush. Does get the slap, and is gonna deal a nice tasty 360.
Gets a solid 360 no scope with that rush. That is not an easy thing to do with Manders.
No, it is not. And look at that.
Especially when Yoshi hit with the first one, missed with the second one, and then threw it out again to make it connect as Fox 6 was landing on the ground.
Yeah, Slacks unfortunately dropping that rush as well and goes into critical, and this is not good for them. Loses the arm, and Yoshi has a rush. They're probably going to seal this. Oh, and Slacks missed with the grab.
That would have been so good, and then Yoshi just turned it around, and he connected another slap rush. I was just talking about how hard it is for him to get lined up these shots, make these aims, and then bam, 2 rushes.
And not only that, it was like Yoshi started off really hard there as well. Like Slacks was just on top, dominated that first point, and then the second point onwards, Yoshi figured out what they were doing, what Slacks was up to, and just nailed it. They nailed everything that they needed to. Are we going to be sticking on Redacted by any chance, or are we going elsewhere? What are
I think they want
to go back to name Redacted. Alright then, back to Redacted you go, and what is this? Well, we got a double switch. Yoshi's going to bring in that Bite and Bark, and Slacks is going to come in with a Springman.
Yoshi still only has the hot slaps, but that was enough for the last one.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see how it works out here.
It's a full-on hot slap round here because, yep, Slacks is gonna equip it too. And that is an immediate grab.
That's such a weird thought. Just like a slap fest in name redacted. Like, imagine the context of this in like the ARMS universe. These two are in this area. They're just slapping each other in Dr. Coyle's lab. Like,
Coyle somewhere is watching this and just be like, "Oh, should we deal with this?" And Coyle's like, "No, let him slap."
she's just kind of like, what is even happening here?
Well, I'll tell you what's happening right now. Yoshi is almost in critical, but is starting to fight this back, landing a good number of tasty slaps. Slacks takes out the dog, poor dog, and sends Yoshi into critical as well. Yoshi does have a rush, but it looks like they'll probably hold on to this unless they can land a solid point here. If they can get another little slap and just knock Slacks off, they might turn this around.
That's rush KO range, but it's slap rush.
Oh, they get another one, and they're both on similar health. Oh, it clipped! It clipped somehow! It just about hit. And that's a wasted rush. That's the worst thing you want to see.
Yoshi was just a little too early throwing out that rush. If they waited like 5 frames more, that would have been a perfect rush punish on that slap, and that would mean that Yoshi would have this round, but instead Paul's gonna start out strong with 340 damage and getting smacked down by Bark. He's not slapping though. It's a bad dog.
Yeah. Dog just can't stay up long enough to get a punch out. Grab just missing Yoshi this time around, and Yoshi again starting to fight back into this. And this one's gonna connect. But that was a little too high. They couldn't quite get the last hit that they'd like. And they both get slapped down. I saw another trade coming. Yep. Yoshi can be thankful that he was not in critical, because that would have been hilarious to have a round 1 double KO.
That was two exact same trades in a row, like perfectly timed on both ends.
I'll tell you right now, this match is nothing short of entertaining. A great way to start the Scrapstar series. Bark is already down, and that tube, it's like, people don't like Redacted, but I just love seeing it, just a tube just suddenly comes in and going like, yeah, sorry mate, not having that!
Hey, he's not having that, as he's gonna get slapped right out of it.
Yeah, Slacks was not happy that they lost out on that one. Does manage to get a quick follow-up, and goes the doggo again. That poor dog can't catch a break. No,
fortunately he did get a buff a long while ago that made it so he just recovers so much more quickly. Like, look at that, it's like 5 seconds. And he's back and he throws a punch, gets slapped down again. At the very least, he acts as a bit of a shield. He's eating 1 or 2 hits for Yoshi, just giving him a bit more room to work with.
And Yoshi
so that he can line up a bit of a rush.
Yeah, only 180 again, not quite the 360 they'd have liked, and Slacks is, well, there you go, is in rush potential here, so expect Slacks to go for this if he's feeling risky, but he can't afford to waste it. And does exactly that. It's just chip damage. One more tap will do it, but they've got to land it somehow and not go down here. The last thing they need. Just all of this
Yoshi
pressure.
Almost ready with rush.
Is that gonna hit? It does hit.
Yoshi. Paul is going to come out on top with so little room to work with. That means that we are now 1-1 on the Slap Fest. Slapdacted Fest.
Oh, this is... Well, this is a best of 3, so someone's got to win it. Are we going back to Redacted, or is Slacks going to just throw a curveball, or are we definitely sticking with Redact?
We'll have to see.
I think we are. I think we are. Normally I am annoyed. Normally I get a bit annoyed when we see the same stage 3 times in a row. But Redacted never shows up anyway because it's always banned, so I'm taking this.
Yeah, it's a perma-ban stage, so this is like an exception to that rule.
Oh yeah. Oh boy, I absolutely love this. So we got Kid Cobra from Yoshi, Ninjara from Slacks. We're pretty much seeing every character here, aren't we?
Yeah, we've already got all the characters. We can go home. this one round was all we needed. We wanted to see some of the characters in play. We wanted to see some slaps. Name redacted. We got all 3 of them. Good tournament, everybody. We're done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the winner of this wins the Scrapstar series, just so you know.
Yeah, they just well, their opponent is Penzo, who might also be willing to accommodate and play alongside these rules.
I mean, Pezzo, if you're listening, if you want to pick Sky Arena, go for it. Just make my day.
Penzo's a very playful player, and he tends to like to have a lot of fun doing a lot of weird things. I would not be surprised if he comes into this. He's like, "This is, can I join in the slap fest?" One half will be the hardcore series battles, and then the other half is just slap fest. And they were
Oh, tell me about it. Slacks is actually going to bring in both of those, and I thought for a second got a grab, but Yoshi just got it away in time. But whilst we were having a bit of a laugh there, Yoshi has taken the lead and is going to just get slapped hard. 355. And denial as well. Slacks is not out of this by a long shot.
No, this is going to be a 1-1. This is close. Slacks already has that lead. He's probably going to be able to hold it.
Don't say
But, oh god, these slaps are just eating at his health.
Commentators curse believe it's why you should never speak too soon. Oh, that knockback though.
Right out of him.
Yoshi just trying to keep as many of those tubes in front of them as possible, but they are in critical, both with a rush. And
there comes the rush, it's gonna miss.
Yes, it is. That was unfortunate, but Ninja knew the second that came out, it was probably going to be theirs, but they are going to get grabbed and sent into critical, so Slacks has to be careful here. One more tap, and has to go for it, yep. I think if you're Slacks at that point, you know you can't take a chance. You just can't. So, both will start with no rush. Yoshi will have a slight bit of a peek there, but this is anyone's game now. And it's Slacks who started the first lap. Just about missing with the grab.
Yoshi started to get a couple of slaps of their own. That Slamamander, though, definitely helping out in this matchup. While Paul is losing out on a bit of damage here because of it. It does have that nice wind element. It keeps Yoshi pushed back. Causes a little bit more diversity in that movement. And can give Paul a slight advantage here and there. Especially if he's able to get a win confirm with that Mander. That could be a nice rush confirm.
I think at this point, Slacks will be more than happy with that grab, and oh
no! Still got 155 damage off that rush.
Yeah, just one hit alone was 155, so Slacks will probably take that despite how that went, but oh, that was a very clutch moment from Yoshi there. Just managed to get the confirm, but they are in critical first. If Slacks can keep this pressure up, they might be able to take this, but Yoshi almost with rush again, and there it is. Slacks has got to be very careful, but no, Yoshi activated it too early. That's going to be nothing, and just missing on the confirmed grab as well.
A charged Mander or a grab should be enough for Paul. This rush is going to miss, but if he's not even going to go for chip damage, or he does get the uncharged, and now it's just a final hit there.
And that is all Slacks needed. Slacks just ended up playing that latter half just really patient. Just waited for Yoshi to make a couple of mistakes. And that's all that Slacks needs. And, well, the Name Redacted series is coming to a close. And your Redacted champion is for fuck's sake.
It's hard to say if it was Paul making the right calls or if it was Paul waiting for Name Redacted to save his hide and let him take the game. Because I'm pretty sure he wouldn't have been able to get that final hit if the Mander properly connected, which it couldn't because a tube just so conveniently was in that spot walling out the Mander. So it just couldn't reach. Like you saw, it got walled out hard.
Oh yeah, like both of their rushes had a similar kind of incident there. So that's just how it goes. And I've just had a message from Cosley in Discord going, "That was the best and worst set." No, it was the best.
Paul makes a good point with what can you say except
That was Penzo. That was Penzo, not Slacks.
I thought I said Penzo.
You said
We
Slacks.
should do a first attempt. Oh no, not right now.
That's alright. Oh my gosh. Well, that was absolutely hilarious. And Slacks will move on to the next round where they will face off against Penzo. Oh, that was an experience and a half.
That was quite the experience. I know some communities and some people out there are generally not a fan of the silly play styles, but also like there isn't serious money on the line. Like you get PR points, you show up on the PR bracket, it's like wow, you're a good player, congratulations. But like all of the ARMS events that we see and run are so casual in the grand scheme of things. Like we want to look good, we want to look professional, we want to look nice, but let's be honest, 90%, 99% of what we see these days is meant to be things to kind of practice, play around. If the two players want to just literally have fun in a bracket match, there should be nothing stopping them. The power to them for wanting to do that, and it was a delight to watch.
Oh yeah.
As a result.
Absolutely. And that's just part of what we like about this community. Is like we can be serious and we can be really silly at the same time. As long as everybody has fun, there's oh my god.
There you go.
Penzo, no, Penzo. I think Penzo's gonna be serious on my request. That's amazing. Okay, let's focus on the next match that's coming up. So our first.
I was actually gonna bring up a point about like just having fun and everything. It's like, I was running my offline and I have ARMS in the bracket, and we had a lot of newer players, a lot of exciting people dropped by and played. It was really fun. It was a massive treat. But what it came up to was like, me and Griff made it to winners finals, and we recognized that the two characters that had not been picked yet were Kid Cobra and Helix. So rather than picking our mains and fighting, I was like, well, one of us has to pick Helix and the other Kid Cobra. So we did that. And then I randomly decided to put Ninjara's defaults on Kid Cobra, and Griff was like, oh, okay, I'll just respond by putting Master Mommy's defaults on Helix. And that was
That's amazing.
And then we got to grand finals, and I'm like, okay, so we already had that way. Let's swap it around and try it the reverse style. And then Griff got a bracket reset, so Kid Cobra had consistently won both of those matches. So we're like, all right, so Kid Cobra versus Kid Cobra with Ninjara defaults, and that was the mirror match.
My god.
It was art.
Pure art. And as that conversation spirals down to an end, we're going to start our first semi-final between Kosa and Yam. Yam, with the Lollipop, immediately getting shot by Kosa's twin tail.
Yeah, Rosalina, right on that pressure, does have a bit of a lead, but I'm already seeing, like, she has grown. She has adapted so far, even just at the start of the match, where before she would keep that distance as soon as she got that lead, but she's keeping that pressure, she's keeping that oppression, recognizing the fact that Yam, at a distance, can be a very scary opponent. So she wants to keep this pressure, wants to get this damage, but she's also leaving herself a little exposed here and there. And Yam is getting some solid damage off of this.
Yeah, Yam with a really good rush down, got the poison too, and also with the rush stop as well. Jocelyn, I think, being a little too, I was going to say a little too aggressive, but does get the shot, but isn't able to properly punish and finds himself in critical. One more tap will do it, but does get a successful shot. This has actually turned into a very close point here.
Yeah, this is just a final hit right here. Neither one wants to get hit. Both trying to play things out patiently, smartly. Lots of just straight punches coming out. That was another near miss.
Oh my gosh. You're just holding your breath, and with 10 seconds to go, Yam is the one in the worst position. Gets chip damage. Oh my god!
Kosa was in the worst position because that's just shield chip damage on Rush.
Yeah. it wiped the bar clean as well, so, and unfortunately that shield just dropped. And Costelina will have to do it all over again. She will at least start with a rush available, but it's not going to be able to use it with shocks like that.
Yeah, starting off, Yam gonna be in the lead with 250 damage. Kosa gonna quickly follow up with the 160, 320! That's a good start. That's a lot of damage. There's... Okay,
wow. Well,
yeah, another 250 on that.
Alright people, get your grab counts going because it's going to be one of those matches it feels like.
Tries to just barely gets misses out on another confirmed opportunity.
And yeah, she's certainly going to be holding on to that rush for as long as possible. Another shock into another grab. And
yeah, she wants the rush.
Yeah.
Because she's going to keep it.
Oh yeah, like the second you're in that critical condition, it's like, yeah, your opponent's going to try and hold that rush. And they're both straight in. Yam is happy with the Sparky Scorpio? Scorpio. Jeez, what was that? And that was another rush denial. And that's a shock into another grab. And Costelina has quite a bit of momentum here. She's got a good rhythm going. Yam needs to find a way of shutting that up very quickly. And he's not gonna do it like that.
No, this is... Kosa's starting to get her tempo. She's getting her momentum. When she's in a good vibe, when she's got that energy, she plays well. She adapts quickly. She starts making really good calls. And she can be an incredibly difficult opponent to play against. So as long as she keeps this going, as long as she keeps this tempo, she's gonna safely play in the first game. Forcing Yam into that corner. And just, they leave themselves so exposed to that rush.
And down they go, and I've only just realized for some reason my update button did not work. So let's just quickly get that sorted. Costelina leads 1.2-0. And obviously this is the best of 3 section, and that was just a really close set in general, and we are going straight to DNA lab. No, wait, people.
I love that power. There's so much power. You just gotta stop it. I wish the Smash lobbies had the leader have so much power on this too. Like, both have advantages. Like, this one you can stop a match and just kind of lock it down if you want. Smash Brothers, you can boot people you don't want actually in the group. Both are very powerful tools.
Oh yeah. So as we begin our second match, and no character change. Kosa's gonna stick with exactly pretty much what works. Yam's gonna bring in a Tri-Blast for that Sparky, but it's not gonna stop them getting grabbed. Oh wow!
Oh, and again, Costelina with these callouts. Like, once she starts to learn how to make the right calls with these grabs, she just runs with it. She runs with these things.
Lola's saving grace is that there are some tubes and hey, just gotta grab of their own. But yeah, their saving grace is there. It's like, yes, the Thunderbird can curve around and get a shock, but if there is a tube between the pair of you, Kosa's gotta shift to get that grab to connect, which is why it was so brilliant. They got 2 in a row. And again, thanks to that tube, that's a rush block. Let's get caught with a little bit of an explosion, but probably not gonna slow her down too much.
It's costing her a lot of tempo as she keeps stuttering, and it's leaving her nice and open for Yam to just keep following up with these 1-2s, just quickly jabbing her down. And I think she's not wanting to use her rush here, just trying to wait out that moment, or just take the KO.
Yeah. There's a lot of explosions that were just continuously catching Costelina out there, so she needs to find a way of dealing with that a little bit better, because she had such a good start as well, but Yam adapted very quickly, but oh, that grab just missing.
And then she lines up the toaster phenomenally, gets a nice start, but Yam also just, like, he gets these good pokes, he's recognizing these great opportunities to get some light damage here, and it is causing Kosa a lot of pressure and hard times.
Certainly is, because it just loves being in the air as well, just consistently jumping up there, trying to activate her ability at the same time. And it's gonna get caught out this time with the Tri-Blast, both with rush available, so it's really just gonna be who's gonna be the one to blink first. And it's gonna be Yam. And somehow
Oh.
Cosalina didn't hit.
She was just boxing that Sparky, and eventually Yam's turret just lined up enough. You saw, like, the Sparky was literally just boxing the toaster down, and then eventually the Tri-Blast connected.
Yeah.
I think if Kosa actually threw out that Thunderbird, she probably would have connected, but she wanted to wait for the toaster to connect first.
Which was unfortunate, and it does put Cosalina in quite the rough predicament. And actually puts her in critical now, so she's got to pile on this pressure, and that's exactly how you do it. Paralyzing Lola, forcing her into the corner. Lola quickly gets as much range between the two of them as possible, knowing if they can keep this health advantage. Oh, that's a shock, but Kosa is a bit scared of that rush, and there it comes.
An excellent response, a great read on that attempt. That's gonna allow Yam to bring the score to 1-1. Tri-Blast is actually... So generally a lot of people, when they think of Tri-Blast, they see it as a very long-range weapon. It's great for pokes, it's great for like just covering wide open windows. But it also has some great opportunity close range, provided you're a mobile character. Like, I can make it work really well on Mechanica. It seems to be a solid counter for Twintel alongside Dragons and some other options, just because there's so many bolts, the explosions can mess up their timing. Twintails can just really not have a good time against the Tri-Blast, because it can counter a lot of what Twintel likes to do, and it's not as easy to punish with that Actress Aura.
And despite all of that, Cosalina is going to stick with her guns, going to bring in that Toaster again and the Thunderbird. And Yam going to stick with what works, because, well, it is shutting down Twintel a lot at the moment.
So far, Kosa going to be the first one to get a couple of hits. Yam taking a few to land that first hit, and that's also going to quickly start doing damage to that center platform. Almost. There it is. Just so quickly. That was not a long time for that center platform to go.
That was like 29 seconds. And that is going to be 315 on that rush as well. And Cosalina is very much starting on the back foot here. Also, two matches in a row in this tournament. We're going to match 3.
Yeah, right now it's definitely looking like Kosa's, she's going in at base rules. She's gone for grabs 3 or 4 times off of the air. 4th time it's going to finally work, but it's cost her so much health that it probably wasn't worth it, because she cannot take another hit. And yeah, she desperately kept trying to abuse that platform, that trampoline at the center, but that just made it easier for Yam to punish her.
Yeah, Yam knows exactly what to look out for with reads like that, so we're also going to switch into a Tri-Bolt, so we're going to see a glove and a bolt on each character. Obviously different elements, and here comes a rush, and well, that caught Twintel exactly where they'd like to be, 305,
and she is out. She had that great run. The second round came in, she started to get tilted, she started to get frustrated, and yeah, you saw exactly what happens, what I was talking about. If she's in good confidence, she will do great. But if she loses that confidence ever, she starts to make really bad calls. She starts to make really rough decisions and ends up just falling to very simple challenges. Like, this is unfortunate, but this is also like a clear-cut example of how important good mental health is for competing in any event, especially if you're wanting to try to participate and take something a bit more seriously. You need a good mental health. Otherwise,
Yeah.
Like, you get frustrated and you kind of just drop everything.
Well, she'll be in the underground bracket, and she'll be going up against Yoshi Bowser down there in a best of 3. So we'll see if Cosalina can calm herself down, see if she can rally herself back up, and maybe we'll see her again later on. But yeah, that was a rough end to that set, especially like you said, she started so well and it just started to flow away from her, and at that point, so much momentum is being lost, and the mistakes just keep coming, and you need a breather. You need a breather at that point.
Yeah. She started off strong, then came the Tri-Blast, and she wasn't respecting it, ended up getting punished quite a few times, and then she started getting tilted, and then she went to pick Mausoleum, and then left herself exposed to that center platform, so any good play that Yam could make broke the platform within the first 10 seconds, and then she just did jump grabs.
And unfortunately, yeah, you can't do that. You cannot do that against somebody like Yam, who's seen that time and time again. They know they can punish that easily, and, you know, yes, it caught them on the 4th attempt, but was it worth it? Was those first 3 attempts where you kept taking damage worth persisting with that kind of play? So we've got our next semi-final coming up, and it is Penzo versus Foxsake. We are just hearing... We're just seeing what Penzo is doing. Penzo is banning Spring State... Wait, what?
Yeah, we're banning all the other stages except Sky Arena first.
Uh-oh.
That seems to be the process.
Uh-oh. Are we really going Sky Arena?
Of course we're going Sky Arena.
Oh my god. You were supposed to ban Ribbon Ring and Ramen Ball first. Alright everyone, do you remember how we said right at the start that one of my stages that I like playing on, but obviously you don't play competitively, which is name redacted, and how I like people playing on Sky Arena, but again, it doesn't really get picked competitively? Well, we're about to see that. We're about to see the pair of them in a single tournament.
Yeah, we're going to Sky Arena.
Because normally what I do when it comes to doing ARMS tournaments and, you know, when the competitive things are on, I generally play Sky Arena because I like the theme to it, just like I like the theme to Name Redacted, but I play those themes because I know I won't get to see those stages in this tournament, so, yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
I get to hear it again. And we got a coil.
Character diversity too.
We got a coil. We're going to Misago versus Coil. So, once again, Slacks is going to be running a windy slap, and the only one to run a windy slap. And here we go, everyone. Place your bets. And that grab is not going to connect, so who's going to get the first punch? It is actually going to be Penta.
Slaps are not easy to connect on Dr. Coil. She has so much movement.
And obviously for
She
those...
has so many options.
Yeah.
Like, you have to... It basically, like, every slap that connects is technically, like, a read against Coil.
Oh, yeah. And obviously on top of that... And obviously... Thank you. And obviously on top of that... Well, here comes the rush, but Penzo is going to be able to dodge all the way around that. But obviously, as you were saying, with Coil, remembering her ability, she gets the use of a third arm. Obviously,
more slaps!
Yeah, more slaps. If you thought 2 slaps were bad enough, here comes a third. And Penzo is going to come in for a rush, but unfortunately, it's just a little too far away, and Slacks slaps Penzo right in the face. And,
the four Fox Sake slap A's.
Oh, and Coil did initially was out of the ray of that grab, but unfortunately dodged right back into it. Slacks is going to find themselves in critical condition.
Oh, look at these grabs!
Yeah,
Penzo is just making these good calls on when Coil is just open, left vulnerable, and he's just getting some good punishes here.
Yeah, Slacks did not need to use that at all, and that's going to be a last-second KO.
Just right in the gut in the 0-second timer.
Yeah, Slacks unfortunately pinged Rush in the middle of the stage when it really wasn't the best time to do so. And Penzo will start the second point with a Rush already available.
Oh, it comes out with the slap. It's not going to be able to do much beyond some light chip damage.
See Yellow Mask coming in, and well, 1, 2, 3 whiffs for grabs. Make that 4. At least that one was blocked this time round. Look at that. You just saw Coil just sort of like hovering menacingly with like 3 slams just about to slay. It's like, I'm gonna hit you with one of these.
I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you.
Oh, she does exactly that. 360. 360 slap scope.
The slap scope? No, that would be the hot scope because the hottest the scopes.
True. Very true. Penzo with red.
Oh!
And only gets half that.
It's still a decent amount, especially considering who he's up against.
This is also
and
very
a nice
true.
180 grab.
Yep, that makes up for it. And just like that, Slacks finds themselves in critical condition with just over 30 seconds to go, but is making much more of a close match here and two very high and low grabs, but that one will connect. And suddenly, this is very much anyone's game, and that grab was so close to connecting. And Slacks
he almost got it.
nearly got grabbed, but just got a hit in. And with 15 seconds to go, it's Penzo who is a tap away. Slacks is just trying to keep as much distance as possible with 10 seconds to go. No, they both missed the grab. Will Penzo go for the rush? No! It will be a slap, and we go 1-1.
I think if he actually went for the rush and parried that slap, he probably would have been able to slap down. Oh, but that's not going to work out this time. And we're going to start off with a quick slap being taken away.
Oh, Slacks has suddenly found that momentum. Got one grab, got a rush denial, got another grab, and crucially for Penzo, they stopped that dead. They needed to.
Is this gonna be Paul's time to shine? Is he gonna make it to finals of the Scrapstar series?
Oh my goodness me, that would be a memorable moment if he does this, because Penzo is in critical condition.
See, we figured out his strategy. He's just baiting all the players into playing a slap fest because he knows he's the best slapper around. You don't mess with the slap man. And he's really capitalizing on it and trying to just utilize this pressure so that he owns the field. This is his tournament now. He's turning it into Scrapstar.
It certainly is, and there's gonna rush come out, and it only just about connects in the end. Only 120. Penzo's still got a lot of work to do with 30 seconds to go, but will drag Kyle back in with a grab and sends a flying. Slacks has got to be careful not to concede at this point. They've done so well. And another grab missing with 15 seconds. Slacks just even needs to hold on and get the KO and does exactly that.
It was that jump. He jumped and it just left him open. If you went for anything... Okay, so that's actually something we can actually go over something quickly. So, as everybody knows, depending on the different arm types you choose will result in different speeds for your grabs. We know this because we see Scully go faster, Megaton go slower, Guardians and Clapbacks go really fast, and then you can throw on a Toaster that's like a standard speed. Benzo is upset. He didn't like the coil slap.
And before Slacks just responds with excuses.
But Benzo... So we're good. So to continue on though, so everything has different speeds. The important thing to note there is the fact that slaps, I'm not sure if they have the or one of the fastest grabs in the game. Like you saw how quick those things were going. It honestly looked like they were lagging. They were that fast. That's just how fast they go. It do be that way.
Oh yeah.
But there's also another thing that different grabs have, or different arms influence the grabbing, and that's size. It's not just girth that makes a difference, but the wideness of your grab can also, like the base wideness, can be determined, adjusted slightly based on the arms you choose. Like, quick example, Guardian Clapback have pretty big meaty grabs that will connect more often than as you're seeing with these slaps. Like, look at these are test tubes. These are little tubes. They're little snakes slithering down at their opponent at hyper speed. Like these are much harder grabs to land than normal just on the fact of their accuracy. But they make up for it because of how fast they are.
Thank you very much for that, Malieve. To be fair, there's a lot to take in with stuff like that, so it's always good to like. It's nice to have a nice moment to just explain how these kind of things work. And Panzo is gonna throw that completely out the window because they're not slaps, they're dragons.
Dragons! They're also very lovely though, and very appreciated in this world. Also, one of the most popular arms in the EU community. Like you see dragons around so often, but you don't usually see two of them double deck down on a single character.
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, to be fair, Slacks is playing double slap, so it's to be expected. Penzo has to at least go with something.
He's got to go with the hard counter, which is 100% definitely Ice Dragons. Like, what else would it be? Punch-outs? Gloves? Nah, it's got to be dragons.
Baby dragon. And that's going to be a finishing firing. Firing? Wow, I am doing well with English today. I blame Slacks for starting this entire thing off. And Panzo's now going to throw the rulebook completely out the window because now we've got a Ram involved.
So there's going to be a little more diversity. It also means that Panzo's got just that much scarier of a rush.
Oh yeah, it's going to be a little bit more deadly now and gets another quick grab on Slacks.
Oh, but he's going to get slammed down by the Mumford.
And Mummy just high enough to avoid that grab. It just went underneath their feet. It's a little great.
Yoshi is right. We do have to give credit to the originator of the slap off. Yoshi Bowser was the one who originated the main theme of today's competition, the slaps.
Oh!
And Slacks is just running away with it, getting some pressure, and setting himself with a strong lead off of that grab.
And Penzo kept that shield up a little too long, and you just can't do that in front of Mummy.
Nor can you just throw out a rush that blindly. He's going to be able to safely block it off. Still getting a couple of chip hits in here, but he's got a nice dodge, and we are going to see that Slap-O-Mander grab being punished just because of how narrow it is. Penzo had no issue jumping over, slipping underneath it, but he's going to get caught by that rush.
Well, it's one apiece again, but for Slacks, most crucially here, if they can win this, they are indeed in the finals, winning 2-0 and tried to start off with a quick grab, but just couldn't quite reach it in time. The Dragon will give them a little lick. I don't know, a little tap. It's not going to phase Mummy in the slightest.
We're getting some licks and some slaps going on here, I see.
This should not surprise me at all. And that's going to be a nice grab as well for the Cobra. I love the fact that Penzo was like, you know what, screw the round, let's go back to Double Dragon.
I mean, it's the one that gave him the first round, and it's going to give him basically a perfect right now beyond that one hit. So, I don't know, I think this is an alright call. And he's going to be able to leap over that narrow grab. And like, you could just see from that exchange, like, how the shape and size of them kind of just look different.
Oh, yeah. And just like that, Penzo ties up with their semi-final, one apiece, and well, for the third match in a row in this tournament, it's going to the third match. Like, what is this?
It's beautiful.
Gosh, you know what? I'm half surprised that Slacks hasn't. Okay. Slacks' message has been going, no, I'm not going to do that. Okay, good. I'm glad you're not going to do that. So, Penzo and Slacks are just figuring out where they want to go. I was about to say, I'm surprised that Slacks hasn't just gone, you know, oh, we've gone to name redacted and we've done Sky Arena. And knowing Slacks, he would have taken any opportunity to go, hey, I know the competitive players really like Snake Punk. But no, I don't think Slacks would do that. I don't think he would.
Nah, I would be surprised if he tried to bring us to Snake Park.
No, I messaged him going, I was like, I'm surprised you didn't do that, and Slash just went, I want to piss, I didn't want to. It's like, that's fair, that's fair, it's absolutely fair. Hey, I did not want Snake Park.
I mean, he said he wants random, so you're just gonna have to turn all the stages on.
All stages for random. Oh my god, that would be funny. Could you imagine? All stages random, I guess. Wait, all random.
Okay, so
You're just.
Yeah, we're gonna determine because Penzo might be down for Snake Park.
Oh my god, could you imagine? For those of you who are wondering, this is a serious competitive tournament.
Just a reminder, this is the winner semifinals right now. This counts for PR, which means that whoever is able to take what might be a literal true random.
Oh my god.
They get them. They're likely to gain more points.
This is not the greatest arms tournament in the world. This is just a tribute.
Oh, this is awful. I mean, it's wonderful. We're waiting for Paul to make a reply here because he needs to be making the final choice. Because he said happy for random again, although Tamashi wants Snake Park. Penzo says why not, and then he does a thunk, and I need him to make a choice.
He needs
just like go on all random because they might have just chosen that. We'll just go with that and see.
Oh,
he's getting his response.
Who's typing? He's typing.
Oh, S. Oh, let's snake it then. We're going to Snake Park. Watch, if it was random, it was gonna go to Snake Park anyways.
Slap snakes. I nearly read that as slap snake eater, then realized it's Snake Star.
Snakey.
I'm still in a dream, Snake Eater. Alright, everyone. Penzo's typing. Penzo's like, excuse me, no. Go on. If Penzo commits to this, Penzo has committed to this! And Slax is bringing out Helix.
We've got a tube boy on a snake board.
Oh my god.
I think Penzo's going to be bringing out double Ice Dragon again. He is the hard counter to life, the universe, and everything. And he's going to start off taking that first hit and setting himself up at advantage. This also means we're going to get a treat because Kid Cobra actually has unique animations for the snake board that no other character has.
Oh yeah.
Watch him do those air dashes. Like Penzo is showing off right here how cool, how hot Kid Cobra is while at the snake park.
I mean, it is home tough, let's face it, but it's actually gonna get slapped off his board there. That's not where you want to find yourself. Kid Cobra takes advantage of that added mobility that the distance can bring, and as long as they can keep Helix away from that, they'll maintain that. But you have to be careful with your rushes as well, because you could so easily activate a rush on these and end up forcing yourself out of range.
Or you could just get a solid 350 damage snipe and just cement yourself that lead. Follow it up with the freeze, and you're gonna get the KO with a nice grab.
Slams Helix down onto a Beyblade, and then he just sort of like slides off anyway.
Yeah. I mean, Helix didn't have any control over his movement when he's just literally knocked out like that, so he couldn't hold grip on that snake board. And Paul is now double clap back. We put the claps away. We have double Ice Dragon versus double clap back. You know, the best arms in this game are going to be pitting it against each other in a battle of wits and brawn. What is he even doing with these?
I don't know.
That's the up in tower mode, and they're literally at his feet, and he can't do anything with them. Like, they just sit on the floor. His only option is to grab.
I'm sorry, every single time I see the clapbacks come out,
This is the
Helix
worst
just extends.
combination.
Helix extends up and just does a shimmy. It's like, yeah, I can't move. What are you gonna do about it?
Yeah, he's like, ow. He's like, look, I can do something.
Yeah.
I don't know what this does, but it's something.
Actually, he's gonna connect with the grab. Lands 160. It gets straight back on that Beyblade. Oh my god.
Just literally trying to get the clapbacks to charge down Penzo. But when there's any range between the two, he
Oh my flipping god. Oh my gosh. Well, with that, Pento has knocked Slacks out of the winner's side.
It will not be Paul's
Oh.
tournament to win this time.
Oh
We'll be
my
moving.
God.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
it's
no.
so it's Penzo versus Yam in the winners final. Meanwhile, you have got to be kidding me. Fox
Yeah,
is
there's a
gonna
rematch.
face Yoshi yet again.
For fuck's sake.
Oh my gosh.
We'll
you're-
be facing off against Yoshi Bowser.
Oh my word. Oh god. Well.
Competitive
Oh.
tournament. Yes, thank you, Rifa. See, this is what you're missing. This is what you're missing by
Riffa leaves. Riffa leaves
get
for
it.
1 day. Riffa leaves for 24 hours, and suddenly the next tournament.
Slap tournament's at Snake Park.
Riffa, if you have only just tuned in, we've had a full name redacted set, and then we started this semi-final with Sky Arena.
So, Tamashi, I'm gonna let you make the call, but I will note that we're only an hour in. Technically, if players were interested, we should have more than enough time that we could have this winners finals and then go back into the lower semis and have Paul and Yoshi Bowser fight again.
I'm gonna actually air the rematch. Are you kidding me?
We could. Do you want to? You're
mean-
streaming. This is your choice to make. I'm
Oh my
just
God.
here enjoying it.
Oh,
I'm
to
just the
be- to be-
organizer watching the madness
The madness
unfold.
happen, yeah. I mean, if everybody else in the chat, and if obviously Slacks and Yoshi are happy to do that as well, then sure, why the heck not? But it's I think it's though. It's Slacks' and Yoshi's decision at the end of the day whether they want to play the match now
So-
or they want to stream. it.
So there's going to be two ways to determine. There's two ways to determine if Paul is going to face off against Yoshi on stream. The first way is 100% of everybody has to agree, or I need one new subscriber for this channel today, or even a resub. Like anything beyond the one that Tom did. If we get one subscription between now and when that match would happen, we'll stream it.
Slacks in the chat. I'm single-handedly saving arms from being dull.
Save arms. Save _arms .222.
Oh my goodness me. Alright, so what's happening for the winners final? Winners final, as is normally the case, it's gonna be... Oh, you gotta be kidding me, Slacks.
There we go. Okay, yeah, it's official now. It couldn't even be Paul just gifting a gift sub to Yoshi Bowser, and now we have to. We are legally obligated.
Oh my god. Penzo and Yam are going to not only stick with this, but they are randomizing between all the non-legal stages.
Okay, so that means Mausoleum, Scrapstar, Buster Beach, DNA Lab, the Yodoshe Temple Grounds Inspiring are banned. Everything else is legal now.
So that means, and I'm just going to read this out just to make sure that we're all fully aware of what's happening. The randomizer list is as follows. Spring Stadium, Ribbon Ring, Ninja College, Ramen Ball, Cinema Ducks, Snake Park, Sky Arena, and Name Redacted.
And I am going to remind everybody that while a lot of people might look at this and be like, this is ridiculous, how is this a PR event? I will remind you, this requires... These rules, these things only can happen if both players agree to it, and then there is a technicality that means that that's allowed. Both agreed to this. This is their own choosing.
I'm straight back to Snake Park.
I can step down if I want and say no, but at the same time, like, we're not at Smash and Splash. There isn't... This is an ARMS community thing for the ARMS community that I love. If the ARMS community is down to have this, we're gonna have this.
And not only are they doing so, they're embracing it on every level. And
we got Yam going double slaps. Penzo is sticking with the Ice Dragons.
Sticking with the Ice Dragons and sticking with the Cobra, so Cobra's still on home turf. Mechanica's got it all to do, but if anyone can do it, Mechanica can, but not like that when you're getting grabbed.
Nah, so far it's looking like Mechanica can't.
No, don't say that. I'm rooting for my girl. She got to do well. Here comes the rush. Will it connect? No! Cobra bounces out.
She's gonna get grabbed again. This snake is too sneaky with this snake board. Too many tricks going on. He's just getting all the points with these amazing tricks, these 360 flips on that snake board. Yam just cannot keep up with it, but starting to get some tempo now that Penzo is knocked off the board and is so far away from it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna be able to get back on.
Well, and the rush is not going to connect, and Yam confident enough that that disc giving them that extra mobility, but couldn't quite punish the rush in time. And Penzo, what a sneaky little slide straight up and into a grab. That was really nicely done, and Penzo should be able to hang on to that point and get the KO. Oh my word. Alright. Oh. Oh no. Oh no!
Oh yes! Let's go! And the EU takes on its truest form. These two players will be now battling out with the EU arms flag, the Ice Dragon. Oh no, wait. So it's like, well, the EU, so different regions have like different flowers or whatever, like their thing, their animal. The EU, it's the Ice Dragon. So we now have like, the EU is iconic, like, it's on their flag. The Ice Dragon is on their flag. We've got that representation now as both are saluting their troops and their world, their community by donning on the Ice Dragons. This is a truly patriotic match right here.
And so far Penzo is in complete command of this. Once again, forcing Mechanica away. She just can't quite. Oh, actually, no sooner have I opened my mouth, just managed to land a few bursts. But again,
ooh,
Yam
nice
keeps
block.
going. Yam keeps trying to do a counter rush, but the dragon kind of stops her from doing so.
Yam is starting to bring things back, but it's gonna get taken away. Another dunk by Penzo, as he's gonna grab him right off, and is now holding onto that light lead yet again.
And that's gonna be first point to Penzo. Glide nice and comfortably back towards the side.
Oh yeah, the Blorb is on the EU arms flag. Why is it the Blorb? It should be the Ice Dragon.
Yeah,
y'all need to fix your flag. It's the Ice Dragon.
Yeah, I would happily have the Ice Dragon as our flag, thanks. So are we gonna do the thing where once we've had one we turn it off, or are we gonna keep them all on?
That's up to them, because Penzo just had all the legal stages.
That's great.
Like, the Blorb is beautiful, don't get me wrong.
And I choose random from the rest.
I'm leaving it. The Blorb is beautiful, do not get me wrong. But if you think about it, like, there's two things that are iconic to the EU arms community. It's Women Girls.
No! Wait, I got disconnected.
Oh, got booted from the match.
I got disconnected.
Okay, so I'll commentate for you while you're trying to get in and explain what's happening. So Yam has chosen to equip double Blorbs and is now facing off against Penzo, who has continued to fight with double Ice Dragon in tow. Both characters are sticking together. We are on Snake Park. Penzo trying to go in for some grabs, trying to get some nice pressure, but he's not getting anything to connect. Yam is just keeping that space, making sure not to get hit too hard. But that disarm means that there's going to be a freeze, some light damage, and a grab coming in a lot more. That's going to set Penzo up with the lead. I'm just going to keep rambling because you literally can't see what's going on. So we're going to do a play-by-play from here. Yeah, I'm going to get frozen. Throws out the Blorb Rush and ends up connecting for 90 damage. But Penzo going to get chipped out of it because of that snakeboard movement. Both players going in, both get back on the snakeboard, but yeah, I'm going to be able to knock Penzo off quickly and just trying to close in that distance, chase him down, get some more damage, but Penzo's going to be able to find that snakeboard, gets a couple of cool flips, and lands a grab. Penzo just holding onto that center area. Yam pushed back against the wall by their snakeboard, but unable to reach it as the Dragon Beams blast them down, giving Penzo the first round. Both players sticking with their arms, both on separate ends, and are going to quickly dive back onto the snakeboard. Yam going to try to charge in, but leaves himself open. Penzo grabs him and deals 170 damage, starting off with a nice lead. Penzo going to go for a couple more grabs, neither one connecting yet, and just a barrage of Dragon Blasts coming out, trying to snipe Yam down, but none of them are going to connect. That rush, the Blorbs bouncing towards Penzo. Penzo going to safely dodge out of the way, gets a couple of pokes in with the Dragon, and then follows up with a grab as Yam is starting to really struggle with lining up these Blorbs, cannot make these shots connect. A freeze happens, Penzo going to close in, sets himself up to get some damage, but the freeze going to let go just at the last moment, and out comes the rush. Yam going to be able to box down a beam and is able to keep himself away from taking any serious damage. But that shield is starting to get weakened and freezes are happening. This means that Penzo is going to be able to get a solid 170 damage grab and is now just looking for one final hit, and there it is. Oh!
Was that a perfect, by the way?
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yeah, it was.
God damn it.
That was a lot of talking. I got out of breath there.
Oh boy. Well.
Did the Switch kick you, or did Snake Park, or did your bafflement of the fact that we went back to Snake Park do that?
I have no idea what happened there. I honestly don't. It does mean that I no longer have control over the rules set up, so I think that went to you now?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my goodness me. Okay, so... Mad apologies for that. Don't know why, but my Switch decided to just kick me, I swear to God. I swear. If we have Snake Park for the 4th time in a row.
You can't get Snake Park a 3rd time.
Don't do it. I will literally walk out this room if we see Snake Park.
Holy shit! Holy shit!
I'm done. I'm heckin' done. I'm.
This is what we get for trusting the ARMS system with the randomizer. This is genuinely what we get. We know it does this. We know it's a proven fact that the randomizer will pick the same stage over and over, even though there's all the other options. We deserve this.
What is the competitive community gonna think when they watch this tournament back and see Snake Park 4 times in a row?
Hey, all I can say is it's what you get. It's what you get.
Oh, well, at least the blobs are at least the blobs are doing their best to shield us from this stage yet again. But they're just bouncing around at the moment. Neither one of them seems to be able to find a way through, but Penzo is finally started.
You're running away from the conversation we were having. It was a very important one. Why isn't the Ice Dragon and Ribbon Girl the flag for the EU community? Why is it the Blorb?
I don't know.
I mean, I get the Blorb is funny, and it's cool, and it's the Blorb, and we all love the Blorb. But when I think of the EU community, I think of Ribbit Girls and I think of Ice Dragons. Why isn't it one, the other, or both?
I don't know.
Let's make it happen.
I mean, I'm all for that.
Will the VODs be on YouTube? They will be. They're usually archived, hidden away into the Scrapstar series playlist. I haven't gotten around to fixing that up recently, but expect a huge swath of them to just kind of go up and get properly ready and for everyone's viewing pleasure. But Rifa, Paul, Yoshi Bowser, Tamashi, you're literally on the mic. You need to talk to your community. You need to make this a thing. Get the Ice Dragon on that flag. It is iconic. It is not Ubisoft iconic. It is actual iconic. Or Ribbon Girl. Both are true iconic for the EU community and what you stand for.
I mean, I personally stand for Mechanica, but I can totally back Ribbon Girl.
As a whole, not an individual, because
I
Rifa
know.
does not stand for Ribbon Girl. So, as an individual, Rifa does not stand for Ribbon Girl. He sits for Ribbon Girl.
Also, whilst we were having that entire conversation, Yam has pulled it back. Yam has taken it 2-1.
So the question is, Snake Park?
Ban all those legal stages. I hate them all. Penzo, for the love of everything, please take Snake Park off this list.
Wow, same. Are we gonna get a reverse sweep of 6 Snake Parks in a row?
Oh my god, don't. We've had 3 in this match. We had 1 at the end of the previous semi-final, so we've had 4 in a row. We can't have 5. We cannot Booker T this. Come on.
It'll happen. We can't get Snake Park.
Hooray!
It's gonna end.
The evil
The
has
reign
been
of Snake
defeated.
Park comes to an end.
Oh my goodness me, Oh boy. Well, we're gonna stick with the blobs. No, yes, no, we're not.
Yes, let's bring out the Ice Dragon. Let's bring out the flag. The new flag of the EU community. What represents them? The Ice Dragon. Yam is in on with me. Yam votes for Ice Dragon. Penzo is still being a stubborn
Panzer is the heretic. We must blast him with the
Conservative.
dragon.
man of the past right here with the Blorbs. It's time to move on. It's time to adapt. It's time to grow. We know who, well, you know who you are as people, and that is Ice Dragon. Accept it.
Oh, I will happily back that, but Yam has got to be able to win this first, but it's not going to do it like that. No. Their face is completely covered at this point, and Yam is fighting a very uphill battle here. Just one more
Now
tap
that
from
this
the
is a
Blobs.
very, this is a very close range stage. It's so much easier for Penzo to get pressure, especially since the Ice Dragons are very risky tools against heavy things like Blorbs, against Kid Cobra's movement.
That'll be a nice direct hit in the end. And Yam is gonna be like, yeah, okay, fine, we'll go back to the Blobs for the time being.
I'm so sad.
Yam did their best, but unfortunately,
I'm
as you
so out
said,
of
the
breath.
Blobs are just a little bit more brutal. And oh, a nice double bounce. Cancel that they got there
Nice.
just a little too early. It's gonna take 400 on the chin.
Yeah, I'm too tired from the last Snake Parks and having to well, not even solo commentate, but like do a legitimate radio play-by-play.
I am so sorry about that. I don't know what my
Nah,
switch
it's
was
fine.
on.
It was very fun. It's just tiring.
Yeah, it's okay. And Yam straight back into this actually. Took no damage that entire match.
Also doing an okay job here.
Could you imagine if Yam wins this and we go to match 5? And oh, and that's going to open straight up with that rush. Nice 400, make that 410, make that 430. That is a massive start to that match. Cobra will at least get a grab back, but if that rush available, so if they can just type this right, they'll try and deliver the same amount of punishment. And here
There
it
comes
comes.
the rush.
But
Yam nice and open in the air, cannot shield that down. That's gonna allow Penta to balance out this health pool. Now, in tempo to potentially be able to move into grand finals.
But Yam is doing everything that they can to try and force this to the 5th match. Another grab coming out, but Pento is in critical, needs to watch out for these next few hits, especially with Yam having rush available. If Yam can catch this, gets a grab, that'll bounce off the spring, and there it is! Match 5, people!
And now we're gonna go back to Snake Park.
Don't say that.
He's ready for Snake Park.
My god. Every match in this tournament has gone to the final match so far, and the first best of 5 in the tournament is no exception. Oh boy.
What is with this all?
Yam in the chat. Well, Yam in Discord. This must be the only time I'm not instantly afraid of my opponent having rush.
There you go.
Don't.
There you go. Called it. I should have made a bet on it because I knew it was coming again. I legit knew this was gonna happen.
Could have had any other stage, and I was really excited to see all the different stages that we don't normally see. But no, the game's gonna give us Snake Park again.
I mean, what were you expecting to happen?
Oh, wow.
I'm surprised you expected something other than Snake Park at this
Well, I
point.
mean, I had hope, okay? We had Spring Stadium for one match.
You poor, naive child. You do not understand.
This is the what's new pussycat of arms. Anybody who gets that joke, congratulations.
Thumbs up to you.
Yes. Yam is not doing so great here. It's actually coming down to the double slaps. He's gonna get 320.
Nice, and immediately launched off of that snake board.
Like Mechanica went onto that, and Penta just immediately went, no, that's not your board, get off that.
Top off of that thing.
And
Penta has come back to Scrapstar. The 28th shall forever be known as the meme Scrapstar. This is basically a scrapyard tournament because it's just been Snake Park and name redacted. It's a scrapyard tournament. Weird, jank rules that force you to have to do things that normally you wouldn't do, and try to work around that.
There's a slight bit of hesitation there with Yam's rush, and Penta punishes it immediately. I like the fact that Yam has decided, you know what, sure, let's go to slaps as well. And Penta just sliding all around, getting another solid grab, and is working their way towards finally getting that final point and confirming their spot in the grand final. But they'll need to not take a couple of slaps like that. They're putting as much pressure on Yam as possible, but Yam is just about hanging in there now. Has actually brought the health back level, and now has rush available, and Penta is still waiting on getting that charge up, and Yam is not going quietly into the night here. Has actually punched Penta into critical. Penta hasn't landed a hit for ages.
And there goes the rush.
Penta actually hasn't landed a full-on blow on Yam for quite some time, and that's going to be a KO. Well, Yam is on the verge of doing a flipping sweep here. We're seriously going to see a full reverse sweep from Yam. That would be absolutely impressive, but Penta is going to start off with that grab and make absolutely sure this is not going to be how it plays out.
Time for a draw.
Don't say that. If there's any tournament it could happen, if there's any tournament it could happen right now, it will probably be this one. But Yam is absolutely making sure that that does not happen. Weak on the left side for Penta as they both dance around each other towards the middle platform. Went for a grab, but again denied. The arm goes down, and Penta straight off there, and again pinged away. Yam is suddenly in full control of this, has rush available, and Penta just can't seem to do anything. Rush comes out.
There it is!
And is that the KO? No, it's not. Penta on 1 HP, and there it is. Yam has performed the full reverse sweep.
Ugh.
My
I have no words.
goodness. Yam is in the grand final, and Pento will have to do it all over again in the underground final, where they will face off against the winner of Fox's Sake or Yoshi. So it's rematch time, everyone. Malieve, can you do me a favor?
What's? Oh yeah. What? Oh yeah. I'll slip out so you can.
Yay! I have control again. Yay! Okay, you can come back now.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Also, I'm also in the midst of all of that. I completely forgot to say that Mechanica is in the grand final. Whether we'll see Mechanica again or not is a completely another question. But hey, we got Mechanica. Oh my god, Slacks. Slacks in the chat, in the Discord. We've already done our bans, by the way. Game 1 is redacted. Alright, so, for those of you who are new here, the Underground semi-final is upon us. It is a rematch from the first round of the tournament for Fox's Sake versus Yoshi Bowser. We are starting on name redacted, just like we started it in the first point. So, I hope you're all sitting comfortably. This tournament is, well, not only is it not over yet, it's still got a ways to go. And we are going to resume the Scrapstar series.
Yeah, which is more of it.
It is Missango versus a Springman. And, well, it's hot potato time, as both combatants will come in with the hot slap. And Yoshi is immediately finding themselves. In fact, this is almost like a mirror image of how this entire round started in the first place. Yoshi already nearing critical condition, and Paul just immediately wipes the floor with him. Remember, this is the last best of 3 in this competition. After this best of 3, it'll be best of 5 until we finish. And Slack's gonna start with an immediate grab. But Missango at least gonna retaliate quickly this time round. Got the red mask on, but did not have its abilities for long, and that's a quick trade right there. Yoshi does have rush available, so you can see what they're probably gearing up for, but again, mask no more, and that's going to be a quick grab as well. Slacks realizing exactly what Yoshi's playing at. And that's going to be another double trade, but crucially for Slacks here, it's Yoshi who's in critical condition. Hasn't used the rush yet, here it comes! And that is a nice, sweet, tasty 360. Almost getting Slacks into critical, actually does get Slacks into critical. And now it's just a tap away from being able to tie up the set! Wait! What? Oh, right! Okay, never mind. Does indeed tie up the set. They both went down. I thought Yoshi was a little bit closer to end health than that. God, if that was a double KO, that would have been hilarious. But it is one apiece, and Slacks will have to charge up that rush from the beginning again. Meanwhile, Yoshi breathing a sigh of relief that, like I said, his health was not closer to that KO range than it was. Yellow mask now equipped for Yoshi, and you see that rush pretty much almost there. Gonna get caught by Slacks' grab again, and caught by a second in a row. Slacks is not holding back with these grabs, and Yoshi just about managed to avoid getting grabbed for a third one. Now equipped with the red mask, and is probably gonna try and close in. Gonna come in with that rush, and you just sense it's coming. Both going with the shields, but it's actually gonna be Missango who punishes the Springman first. Here comes the yellow mask. Is the rush going to follow? No, still not yet. Slacks managed to hold them off at bay with yet another grab, and here comes the rush, but no, it's denied from Yoshi. And that grab was just a little too early, so Slacks will at least get a grab in there, but they're in critical condition, and Yoshi has a rush, and you just know, you feel like it's coming. And there it is. That's the confirm, but sent them a little too far away to be able to pick up the KO. Springman is in that perma boost state, but it's not going to help them. They will go down 2 points to 1, and that is going to be Yoshi taking the lead. So as we gear up for match number 2, I just want to see game 2. They already planned this. You can tell they already planned this. Game 2, well, we're going back. We're just going to nickname this tournament the Snake Park Tournament because Game 2 is on Snake Park. So we're going to see where this plays off of next. And Yoshi starting off with that first point. Can they take this match in a 2-0? If they do, it'll be the only 2-0 that this tournament has seen so far. Every other match has been 2-1, and our first best of 5 in that winners final did go to match number 5, and it did end 3-2. So let's see what happens here. Slacks is going to go with the Mummy, and Yoshi is going to go with Bite and Bark, and both are coming in with the umbrellas. And it's Slacks who gets the first shock of the match, and also follows it up immediately with a grab. Bite and Bark, not the greatest pick on Snake Park, and Mummy is Mummy is very much controlling this. Bark goes down yet again, another hit onto Yoshi. Slacks finally gets hit, but Bite can't properly punish. And look at the health lead that Slacks has here again. Slacks, just like in that first round, dominating this match from the start. But we'll see if they can carry that momentum into the second point. First point, nice and easy for them. And they have Rush available, but it's just going to be the case. It's just going to be the question of whether or not... Oh, with a start like that, actually, Yoshi might be in a little bit of trouble. Trying to get a shot, trying to get some form of a grab. Both went for the rush. 175 against Slacks in the end, and that's going to be a shot into a grab. And just like in that first match, Yoshi is starting to ping it back just that little bit more. Another right punch coming out with that shock, and now it's Yoshi's turn to get the shock with the Brella into a grab. But immediately slam dunked again by the Master Mummy. Gets another couple of quick punches in there. Bark goes down. That's another shot. That is a massive grab punish. Slacks only needs one more hit. And Yoshi's going down, and we're going to point 3 again. Trade after trade after trade. And finally Mummy breaks through. Bite Bark can't hold a candle to it. And that's going to be a quick 2-0 for Slacks, and that is 1 apiece. And, well, once again, we're going to match number 3. And game 3 is going to be a stage we haven't seen this tournament yet, and that is Ribbon Ring. So we're actually going to see Ribbon Ring, and for those of you who have forgotten what Ribbon Ring plays like, boxes. Loads of boxes, which to be fair, I do like. I do like the incentive that we get with the boxes, just rising up a lot of... You can punch through the boxes. They are, if they're very much breakable. Oh my goodness me, don't do this. Don't do this, guys. So Springtron and Ninjara coming out, and we are gonna have a Guardian fight. And well, that's an immediate punish. It's like Slacks knew exactly what they were playing at here. With the Guardians and the Clapbacks have that thing where once they're out until you decide to dedicate. And Slacks has taken full advantage of that by picking Springtron, because it means that if Yoshi throws one of those out, it does take a while to come back. And the EMP will just immediately disable either one or both of the arms, on top of the fact that, the electricity of the Guardians anyway. So, Slacks has a lot of opportunity to do paralyzes, which is why you'll see Yoshi try and time those grabs as good as they can, but that is another quick punish from Slacks. Yoshi is getting some decent couple of hits and some grabs where they can. But Slacks is just consistently coming out, but Rush was a little bit unfortunate there. Yoshi managed to get to the side. Just get a sneaky little ping with the Guardian. EMP did not catch any of the shields this time round. Yoshi's actually now going to have a rush, but isn't going to use it. Gonna get a nice tasty grab, and down goes Springtron. So, Yoshi finds themselves a point away from progressing to the underground final and getting revenge on Slacks. Meanwhile, Slacks has got it all to do if they want to keep their record on Yoshi alive. Manages to at least block out that grab, but isn't gonna. No, they do block out the rush. Nice little cancellation and another follow-up ping to try and keep their match alive. He's gonna get grabbed and sent as the boxes start to rise up, and so does Ninjaro, but that's gonna be another nice easy grab for Slacks. Yoshi finds themselves at half, and they did it again! They went straight in for it, and another EMP just completely catching Yoshi out. And that's going to be a quick paralyze and another quick grab from Yoshi as well. You just feel like if Slacks could land another one of those, it would be great, but they'll land a double Guardian hit. I think it was like 285 or something like that. And Yoshi left themselves just a little bit too open there. Tried to go for the punish on the EMP, missed it. And Slacks is able to grab them instead. We're up to the final point. Whoever wins this is through to the underground final, where they will fight off against Enzo in what is shaping up to be a remarkable competition. That's another shock on Yoshi, and Springtron is making these kind of grabs look easy. But we've seen Yoshi come back from bigger deficits and actually scores with the Guardian. 310 with that rush, but immediately punished by a follow-up grab. And it's actually Yoshi who comes off the worst of all of this. It actually has less HP. If Slacks could keep this kind of momentum going, and they're not far away from Rush anyway. Does get another punish, but doesn't get the first grab. Got the second one. Fortunate enough there. There's a nice little hard block, and that did not quite go down the EMP way this time around. But Yoshi again falls into another Guardian rush, but pulls the trick, pulls the same page out of Slacks' book, goes for a grab, and that is your KO, just like that. Fuck's sake, books their ticket into the underground final. 2 games to 1. And it means that we're gonna have another rematch on our hands, because it's now going to be Penzo versus Fox's sake. Remember, Penzo beat Fox 2 games to 1 in our semi-final match earlier. Now they fight in the underground final for a place in that all-important grand final. So it is literally anyone's to play for here. But commiserations to Yoshi Bowser. They will finish this competition in a solid 4th place. So we are now gearing up for the underground final. Both this and the grand final are now best of 5. So no more best of 3s. It's just best of 5s from here on in. Hopefully you've all been enjoying yourselves. It's been a whole lot of fun. Papata? Yes, Papata. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing cool. It's nice to have you here. Just the chat. The chat is loving every bit of this. So, how are things playing here, I wonder? Bearing in mind that Slacks and Penzo, they've had their semi-final match already. We've had some interesting shenanigans already afoot. It's now just a case of where this is going to go from here. What are they going to bring to the table? So, normally in this tournament, there is a nice little system that is in play where we have 5 starter stages and 2 counter picks, and we ban in a 1-2-1 format. But all of the players in this tournament have thrown that rulebook out the window. And yeah, we're seeing stages that don't normally appear in the competitive side of things. So not only is it very much a breath of fresh air, everyone's having fun, which is always good. And that's the most important part. So we're just waiting to see what's going to be happening here. Penzo and Slacks are currently discussing what will be happening with the stage selection. It does sound like that they don't want to play on the usual stages as well. So once again, we might be having a round where, well, anything goes. Okay, so unlegal RNG. And it looks like we're going for okay, so here is how the underground final is going to work if Slacks okays this. Okay, it looks like we're okaying this. So here's how the underground final is going to work in this best of 5. It is an alright. So it is an unlegal RNG, which is Spring Stadium, Ribbon Ring, Ninja College, Ramen Ball, Cinema Ducks, Snake Park, Sky Arena, and Name Redacted. So the starter stages and the counterpicks are off the table. Once a stage has been played, it will be removed from the list. Apart from Snake Park, because of course they've had to put in that as a caveat, because knowing my luck, we're gonna have 3 matches of this, or 5 matches of this, and yeah, that would just be a thing, wouldn't it? We've had it so many times already. We're gonna start with Name Redacted, and it's gonna be Brass versus Lollipop. And what are we seeing here? Lollipop is, well, this is going to be a very interesting match. So Max Brass on Slack's side of thing is going to run a double blob. Penzo is going to run a double Seiki with this Lollipop. So, and immediately that blob just making Lola's life that a little bit more difficult, and also lands a solid grab in the process, forcing Lola into that corner, and it's going to be a tough time for Penzo from there as the tubes roll on by in Redacted. Slacks forced all the way back into the corner now. Just starting to give Lola starting to get a little bit of breathing space, allowing those Seekis to get those explosions off to help paralyze and knock back the Brass. And both activated rush at the exact same time, but it's gonna go in the favor of Slacks with those blobs. As though just about keeping their distance at this point. It's a similar health level here, so you just see the blobs just bounce harmlessly off the tube. Gonna take a little bit more of a shock, and another big knockback from that Seiki. And again, another double hit sends Slacks into critical. Those arms will be buffed. Can they punish with the Seiki? They can, but can't quite get that finishing blow. A little tap again, but still not enough to get the KO. Somehow, Slacks lives. That Seiki just about missing. And with 15 seconds to go, it's like Penzo just can't seem to get the finishing hit. Gets knocked back down again, and almost gets grabbed. Both going in for the rush, and Slacks, I think, hit. Yes, he did. Slacks actually got it. Somehow, some way, Slacks actually managed to win that point. For 20 seconds, Penzo just could not get one more finishing blow on Slacks, and the rush manages to get it. If you're Penzo, you will be feeling that one for quite a while and needs to bounce back, no pun intended, as quickly as possible. And obviously, the only arm they've got to their disposal is the Seiki, but it's moments like that. It was another big paralysis on Slacks' part, but couldn't get the grab. It was just off by a millimeter. and gets punished by Slacks again as a result. Another full shot. This grab will land this time round. Knocks Brass flying, but the health is again very similar. Both have a rush available, and so far it's been Slacks who's been getting the better of these, but isn't going to land this one. And that's a big 400 for Penzo this time around. It's exactly what they needed. And that is a shark. Will the grab connect? No, it was just a bit too far away. The tube was coming in as well. And again, Penzo has gotten Slacks down to 1 HP. Needs to hit him one more time. And finally does so this time. You just thought that Penzo was going to have... you just thought it was Lightning going to strike twice again. But not this time round. Slacks is going to go down. We're going to go to the final point in this first of the best of 5. So it's still a long way to go from here. And that's going to be a nice shock grab combination from Penzo. Has rush available, going to punish with another big 400. And Brass is in a heap of trouble. Does manage to get a punch onto Penzo at the end, but already in critical condition. And now is going to get caught with a 200 rush. Not too bad. But another shock. Will Penzo be able to punish in time? Nope, not quite there. But Slack still has a mountain to climb here and can't allow another punch to come down here. Nope, denied actually. Locked out by the blob. And that is going to be that. The shot just caught Brass off guard. And that grab will get that first point to Penzo after a very, very shaky set. So with name redacted done, we are going to take that off the list. But boy, what a first point in that match that was. Slacks was literally on 1 HP, needed to be hit once, and Penzo just couldn't seem to land it. Penzo did take that match in the end, but boy, they had to really fight for that in the end. But it's boy, it's proved to be quite a good set already in the first. Slacks can at least find a way of bouncing the back. It'll be a really cool thing. Penzo gonna stick with the loader. Slacks is actually gonna switch it up. Gone is Brass. Here comes Coil, and Loader Pop is actually bringing in a completely different set. It's we've got some gushes going on here, and Slacks is coming in with double, or should I say triple, Lockjaw. And we are going to Ramen Ball, by the way, so literally it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a big ball. It's one of the longest stages in this game, so expect to see some missed rushes if people get pushed a little too far away. Coil gonna come straight in, but gonna get grabbed and shut down immediately by the Lola. Take another little gush to the face. It is essentially fire versus poison here, and Slacks almost in critical condition, trying to get these free projectiles of each of these lockjaws out, but Lola is being not only very bouncy, but just very hard to hit in general. The double gushes are gonna come out, but Slacks is able to easily dodge them. Couldn't get the grab that they'd like, but doesn't manage to ping them down just a little bit. And it's all about trying to keep this pressure going for these lockjaws, because they have those projectiles. And the grab is actually going to come out this time for Slacks, bringing Penzo roughly down to their health, but it's going to get poisoned now. And that will just ebb away just a little bit. Penzo once again is looking for one more punch. And the rush is going to come, but again, Slacks is going to miss it. 2 rushes in a row for Coil that the rush has not landed, and Lola has punished it immediately. And Slacks is going to switch things up again. So Slacks is going to switch to a Homie and a Seiki. And obviously they'll get a third missile from either. They'll get a third missile. And obviously it is random which side it ends up being, as you can see. Slacks went for the grab, was centimeters away, but Penzo was waiting for that. and punishes with a big rush, and that poison stack on 2 does fade away in the end. Another little nibble of the ankle, and Penzo is in control at the moment. Does get caught by the explosion, though they'll have to be careful of that. They were able to punish Slacks with that last time round, and this time it's Coil who's the one who's doing the missile exploitation. Gets a nice little grab in there. Penzo finally down past the halfway mark, but it's Slacks, who's currently in critical position again. But these explosions, Lollipop is finally starting to hurt here. Being caught awares not once but twice to these. They'll need to be a little bit careful here because here comes a rush, and Penzo's going to rush back on their own. But Slacks stayed committed and did get an explosion in the end. It was a risky strategy, but they knew they had to do it. Just about avoiding that gusher, but couldn't avoid the second. It's gonna be a 2-0 point this match this time round for Penzo. Slacks was slowly pegging this back, but in the end, it's 2-0 to Penzo and puts them on set point again. But Penzo will know that it's not over until it's over. So we are going to lose Ramen Ball from the randomizer. Penzo has been...
More like Ramen Band!
Hey! Welcome back, mate.
I'm back, yes.
Hope you've been enjoying yourself.
It's a meeting.
Yay.
Meetings.
Meetings are good.
They can be, but they can also be frustrating depending on the meeting.
Yeah.
Regardless, this is a meeting in it of itself with Yam facing off, Penzo facing off against Paul. Yam's in the grand finals right now, and Kablammer and Triblast.
I feel for Slacks here.
Actually, Triblast, I would arguably say, is advantaged here. While the Kablammer has weight advantage, it's also extremely clunky and difficult to aim. As long as you have good movement with the Triblast, you can definitely get some really good safe pokes and evades in. I would probably say Paul's wanting to focus on uncharged pokes to get the most results.
We're certainly making it work with those grabs as well, so it's... Penzo needs to look out for that as well. Penzo is going to be the first one to get their rush available, and another successful grab from Slacks.
That's a big thing about the Kablammer too, is the fact that because any unsuccessful connection with the Kablammer means that Penzo is left completely exposed and open. As soon as Paul dodges one of them, especially if it's 2 of them, that means that he just has an open target of Penzo. And in a lot of cases, he's going to get a punish. He's a solid enough player. He knows when he needs to be able to find those opportunities to punish something like a Kablammer. He's capitalizing on them right now.
He certainly is. Gets the points, and obviously Penzo can't switch because, well, all 3 of those slots were the Kablammer. But there'll be...
So it's going to be a lot of adjusting on how he's kind of picking and choosing when he throws out those Kablammers. Which is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, and obviously against someone like Min Min, if they can knock you down, they'll use that opportunity to perma-charge at least one of those. But suddenly that Kablammer is finally starting to work against them, and that is going to be a lot of damage. 390. And Slacks finds themselves in critical condition and has got it all to do. Does have a rush, they'll probably try and hold on to it. Does get a grab. Sends Penzo flying off a little bit, but still got a lot of health to make up for, and that was unfortunate. The Kablammer explosion caught them by surprise. And that is a rush denial, whether they like it or not. And that is going to be a hammer to the face, and it puts Penzo on set point. Slacks must win this point to stay in this match and keep their chances of getting to the grand final live, whereas Penzo just needs to win 1 more point. And they're going to start things off with a decent enough grab, but is able to just about block the upcoming rush from Penzo. And Slacks, if they can time this right, they can start trying to level this playing field. They've got rush available, so it's just figuring out when to go for it, and that was too late. That was unfortunately too late. Penzo was too close to the ground. They should have waited. get hammered as a result, and another explosion. Slacks is starting to lose that momentum, and Penzo knows. Penzo knows.
That's a confirm. That's the KO.
It's a straight 3-0, and for the first time this tournament, a 3-0 has happened in a set.
Now the question is Grand Finals going to be a 3-0, or is this also going to be a full best of 5?
Oh, well, if it is, we're going to see a bracket reset.
Who get the best of 5 bracket reset into a best of 5?
I mean, the way this tournament has been going, who in the world knows?
There's only one way to find out here, and
that's to invite Yam back in.
Get some Yam and Penzo mixing up in this meal. This excellent spicy dish of these two ferocious players. Now, are we gonna see tournament stuff, or are we gonna see them just kind of get nuts? As much as I'm loving these, it's starting to wear.
I think we've had one serious set.
Yeah, we had the Coastalina and Yam set. And then that didn't work out. And then everybody else has been dabbing their way to victory.
That's a word for it, dabbing.
Yeah.
Alright.
They're eating and dabbing and they're planking and they're doing their default dancing all up on this joint. That is correct. Paul gets 3rd place in this Scrapstar series. He is going to make a note with that.
Yeah. Slacks comes 3rd. I love that. Slacks beat Yoshi 2-1 in their first round. Lost to Penzo 2-1 in the second round. And then beat Yoshi again 2-1.
Oh. That is an unfortunate fate sometimes.
Yeah.
But it do be that way.
Yes, it do. Penzo, serious tournament set? Yam, serious set and non-serious stage?
I mean, either or. If they're having fun and they want to keep going, I'm getting worn out, but I'm not going to stop them. Not in this case either.
I think Penzo is
If a bracket reset happens, maybe I'll start drawing lines, but that's about as far as the line will probably be drawn. Is if like a bracket reset happens, I'll be like, all right, let's just have some like fights. You're not allowed to play in the clown house. You're not allowed to play in the McDonald's playpen anymore. You go out into the street and fight.
Go into the street and fight over.
No playing around in the McDonald's playhouse pen or ball pit, throwing balls at each other and everything. You actually have to go out in the street and do your fighting now.
Alright, it does look like
boring things like rocks and grass.
It does look like we are going to do a serious set. So it looks like that is how we are going to be starting. So Temple is banned, Sparring and Buster is banned, and we are going to DNA Lab. So normality has been resumed in the form of the grand final. So it's been a wacky couple hours.
It's been a very long time since I've seen DNA Lab now. This is gonna be interesting. We're gonna look at the stage and be like, what is this stage that exists? I don't remember it.
This isn't State Park.
What is this? Where are the snake boards? What happened to the giant bowl dip in the middle? There's no cars here. It's just tubes.
There's no Slamamanders. What's happening?
Where's my conveyor belt in the center of the stage?
But yes, no.
But we do still have an ice dragon.
Yeah, so the ice dragon is still coming in.
Oh no, that's a fire dragon.
No, it's not. Nah.
Ah, it's still a dragon.
Yeah, it's still a dragon.
US or EU flag and whatever.
As we get started, Yam is going to come in with double chill, taking an Iceman page and going for all of the cool stuff. Enzo coming in with the normal dragon and the buff.
Yeah, that's the buff.
That's the buff.
And Yam going in with the Burchuck and the Chilla. Two very solid ice arms that just allows for some really nice combos and pressure here.
And putting
And
all of
pretty
that.
much any confirmed hit will lead into a combo.
And at this point, any confirmed hit will be a KO for Yam. Pento dancing around that fact and gonna actually come in with the rush. It was very questionable to do so, and isn't gonna get anything off that at all. Yam is already halfway up on their rush charge too, so it's a slight disadvantage there for Pento.
That was a risky play, and it did not work out for him. Yam quickly accustoming themselves back to a competitive format. They're going to start off pretty strong with that solid lead. Pento definitely missing the days where he didn't have to play against Ribbon Girl and instead just was slapping away.
Indeed, but it is a tournament at the end of the day. The serious stuff has to come back at some point, and it's coming back to hurt Pento big time. Almost another 300. But they're not out of this yet. They are trying to pile on this pressure with the Rang and the Dragon, and it's starting to slowly slow down Ribbon Girl.
But Pento does have it's a very light lead, but it is a lead. Just ever so slightly in a lot of these exchanges up to now this point where Yam is going to start just bringing things back quickly. These quick drops and just diving in between corners and throwing out just wild chillas. That's going to be a nice opening for a rush. But I think Pento threw out the boomerang the wrong way. No, he did throw it the right way, but the Burchuck was just so big that his punish was just cancelled.
Yeah, Pento's got to do this the hard way now with 30 seconds to go. They cannot take a punch. Arm is weak on that left side, so Yam will probably keep the pressure up, and there you go, rewarded for it. Another chiller to the face, and it's Yam who is going to start off with the first point.
That rush interaction, it was a really good one, and in a lot of cases it would definitely work, but just because that's one of those cases where you have to be able to recognize arm matchup awareness to understand what these arms do when and how you can kind of work around them, because like that was very much a case where like chances are I'm pretty sure the Burchuck would do that in most situations. So it's one of those ones where you're like, okay, so I should probably not throw the boomerang out and try to outfight this rush. I should just dodge and then get shield out and just not take damage.
Exactly. And we're getting confirmation that we are going to Mausoleum for our second stage. Pento is ready to go, so they have a game plan already. They know what they want to do. Just waiting on Yam to confirm, and Yam gonna come back in with the Ribbon Girl. Pento gonna come back in with the Cobra.
And it looks like Pento has had quite the arms change setup. He's got the Glusher now, which is a good air counter. The Bub, which is just going to be a little more direct. It means that he has a little more aim and choice to where he wants that boxing glove to go. It's a little bit better at boxing too compared to the buff. And then of course that Tri-Blast is a very solid pick to fight back against Ribbons who are hopping and skipping in that air.
Yeah, just one extra thing for the Ribbon Girl to try and avoid if they can. But is able to just about keep Cobra at bay, but Pento is putting all of his aggression in, and these blasts and explosions, they're counting for everything at the moment. Thunderbird just can't really do anything at the moment, and that is gonna... No, it's not!
Oh!
Neither of them got anything with the rush. Yam got a slight bit of damage in the end, but neither side scoring big damage with that.
But that while neither got that damage, it's definitely going to work out more for Pento because he already had that lead, and he's just winning neutral overall right now and is only looking for a little bit more damage to be able to take Yam out. This center platform, interesting that he's trying to really utilize it for all these hops, but it means that he can't shield, and Yam is starting to get a couple of pokes, couple of punishes, and another rush is getting charged up here.
Yeah, we saw that earlier from Corsalina, where it was just consistently trying to go for the trampoline grabs, and wasn't really happening then. Pento needs to hold back. There's 10 seconds to go, and both activated rush at exactly the same time. And, well, unfortunately, it's going to be the big arm that wins it. The Gusher just bouncing down, and Yam goes down.
Pento also in an appropriate position where he was just slightly underneath Yam which means that the Glusher is going to just have a perfect arc right into Yam's face and walls out anything that Yam had there.
Oh yeah. Again, just catching them every now and then with that Gusher. It's like the second you throw it, it bounces, it arcs up, and then it does its bounce, and it's like it does that with the grab as well. So you just see the. And so it's another little thing that changes with your normal kind of play. And Yam's not able to keep up with this at the moment. Just keeps getting caught out by either the Gusher or the explosion of the blast. And that's going to be a big grab.
Just mixing it up that one time, recognizing what was going on, and that high arc is going to not work out for Penzo this time. Both are going to just kind of trade, but he ends up taking a little bit of damage and it isn't able just to fully beam Yam out.
Yeah, neither of them got a knockback at all, so it was just minimal damage on both sides, but it is still Penzo's lead, albeit just about. Penzo isn't far away from critical, but if they could just land another hit, well, it's actually going to go Yam's way, and Penzo is going to have to be very, very careful here. They can't spend too much time on that trampoline, and
that's going to leave him open.
The second they got tagged, and the second they land on the trampoline, Ribbon Gold knew that was their moment to shine.
I think Penzo just kind of forgot that rush was coming up, and then as soon as he hopped onto that trampoline and he heard that rush noise, he's like, oh no.
Yeah,
because he was just trying to get his ready too, but could not get it out in time. Gonna start off with a nice 300 damage rush though, plus that poison on top.
Yep, that little one stack. I don't think they'll get another one. Yep, it does wear away in time. But Yam's not able to deal with this combination. Switching out the Tri-Blast seems to be working for Penzo here.
That Bub is just really boxing back a lot of these attacks. It's just recovering nice and quickly. That little bit less homing and it just being more directly where Penzo wants is definitely working out to his advantage here. Now comes the rush. That's going to be a clear opening, but it's also going to give Penzo rush off of that light damage. That said, that's going to put Yam equal on health pretty much, so definitely a good play.
Yeah. And whilst Yam was able to block out most of that rush, Penzo kept that pressure on with the arms being weakened. Yam again finds themselves into critical first, but Penzo keeps getting caught out with these jumps, especially finding themselves on the trampoline. Yam is just able to find the punch they need, and that's gonna be a rush. Rush just about hitting 250 and 10 seconds to go. Penzo has a slight health lead, and I mean slight, but it won't matter anyway. The Gusher does land, and well, that's a point apiece.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna puts Penzo in a little bit more ground to be able to just get that bracket reset, which that's gonna be a long and difficult journey, but if I know anybody who can do it, it's definitely Penzo.
Oh yeah. We're gonna see BNA. Wow, I am doing really great now. DNA and Scrap are being banned. We're gonna wait to see what Yam decides to go for. We're gonna get
all the memes.
No, we're gonna go for Temple. It's Temple grounds now, so we have had 3 different stages in a row, which is very nice.
All the memes are finally taking their toll on you. Your sanity has dropped significantly.
To be fair, the memes are fine, but it was just, I think it was the 5th Snake Park. I think I just lost my mind.
See, you need to be more like me, where you've already accepted and embraced that you've lost it a long time ago. Like, to the degree that you literally talk to that other part of you, and she's like, do this, and you're like, nah, I won't. And you're talking to each other, like, it's clear you've lost your mind, but you're like, I'm comfortable with it, I know what's going on, I'm fine. I'm not doing anything dumb, I'm just being crazy.
Oh, yeah. As we start...
Like, once you get there, you're good. But, of course, we should get back to this match. Penzo's switching over to the Ram. He's got a nade now as well. This is quite the change. I'm guessing this was not in anticipation of Lollipop, or maybe it was.
Well, in either case, Yam has come out with that Lola. Gonna come with the Sparky and the Hopper, and is, well, all the pressure. It's kind of even Stevens here. Penzo's trying to figure out what they're gonna do with the nade and the ramp, and actually connects with the grab. I thought Yang was able to block in time, but just didn't quite get the punch out in time. And now just gonna hide behind the pillar, just full shield up. Why not? Just wait for Penzo to start playing that a little bit more aggressive. Gonna come out with the rush. Both went for it, but it's Yam who gets full control out of it. 235, I think, in the end, and Penzo just a tap away. The Bower hanging in there, but arm weak on that left side. If that does go down, it's a free hit for Yam, but does fade away, and Yam now finds him in critical, but does manage to get the important hit with the Sparky in the end.
I think if Penzo decided to dash back instead of forwards, that he would have been okay with that rush exchange and took it. But because he decided to dash forward, dashing forwards is so risky in this game. It has to be a hard read. If you're not getting a hard read with your dash forward, your opponent will very often punish it, and you will take a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, and just like that, Lolo's going to dish out with a grab as well, and Penzo forced into the corner, tried to fight out of it, but played immediately into Yam's hand. And that's a
And he's going to get knocked out.
And guess what, people? That's a perfect in the grand final. Oh, no, it's not. Wait, what? Oh, there must have been a chip. There must have been a bit of chip damage. My bad.
Yeah.
But in either case, it pretty much was. And Yam takes a second point. Just one away. One away from the win.
Yeah, this is good. This is definitely possible. Penzo has at least taken one game to build up to this point, which means it's just 2 games in a row that they need to be able to claim the match or the set to get the reset. But, I mean, Yam only needs 1 win. And so far, they've been catching Penzo off guard here and there. A lot of really sneaky, tricky plays. And is definitely set in tempo to be able to close it out. Penzo bringing out his bite and bark. The final straw.
And yeah, I'm gonna stick with that Lola, so we'll see what Penzo's gonna bring to the table with this bite. And it's gonna be the Hydra, and we got ourselves another Brala. We'll get to see that.
The Parasol is gonna be such a good pick against these arms. This Penzo literally, I think Penzo might technically win this round. Just because of that Parasol. Like, look at how easy it is for him to parry things down.
And obviously Yam coming in with that revolver, but so far it is catching the bite out, and Bark is down again, and Penzo can win this with the arm selection, but they need to take less hits like that in order to do so. Bark going down again. Keep a good count on that. That poor doggo is going to get a little bit beaten. That rush comes out for 315, sends Yam flying, and they could not get anything with their own at all.
Penzo just going in for pokes. He's just trying to poke things out, bring something out with the Hydra, and he's trying to utilize the Parasol to box things down. But so far, when he does successfully parry with that Parasol, he's not actually throwing out a second time to stop the revolver. He just kind of leaves himself open, and that's where a lot of the damage he's taken so far has actually come from. Is just off timing with that Parasol parry. But he is going to be able to take the round with a pretty sizable health lead. Yeah. And both of these two now ready with Rush yet again.
Yeah, Lola unfortunately bounced directly up into that punch, so it was a good throw there from Penzo. Gonna stick with the Hydra and actually gonna bring in the Dragon now. And Yam's actually gonna bring in the our wonderful little poisonous Scorpion friend.
This is definitely a response on Penzo recognizing that. Especially Yam recognizing just like, oh, you have the Parasol, right? Revolver's not a good decision here. So Yam clearly wants to switch out of it, and Penzo's like, okay, so you're definitely switching out of it, so I'm gonna put something else on instead.
And so far, Yam is getting a decent read on this, got the poison with the rush, and a fair amount of damage to boot with it, and again applies another poison stack. And Penzo finds themselves in critical condition, there you go.
This dragon is just... Yam is just making short work of this dragon constantly. Leaping right over it. Solid parries like that one. And he's just going to get a very solid call there. Gets the KO, but now Penzo is with rush advantage. Yam, not a single one available.
Yeah, I think Yam just wanted to shut that point down as quickly as possible. But again, like you said, has to charge it all the way from the beginning now. Penzo has swapped back. into the umbrella. And it's gonna go for the rush, but Lola's gonna bounce away from it. We'll take 200 in the end. But not as much as Penta would have probably liked to have hit. And now it's just seeing if they can try and bolt through it again like they did in that first point. Or if Yam can take this away and wrap this up before Penta can get any kind of momentum going again. But look at this, Penta actually almost has Rush back. And Yam's only just got it back now.
I'm guessing, actually, who's going to go for it first? I definitely feel like Yam wants to go counter Penzo's, as the Yam just has a rush advantage in the fact that there's just so much more weight. But if Penzo just finds a nice confirm, a solid read, Yam kind of will just be left open just left completely exposed and vulnerable.
No.
But the Scorpion gonna save Yam out, and this is not
Oh,
gonna
the
be
Hydra
it.
saved! The Hydra saves as well! And
The
suddenly
parry
this
is
is...
slightly off.
And it's the Scorpion that
though.
hit! The Scorpion actually got the final touch. I didn't even see it go out, but it was there. And Penzo nearly got that comeback in, but no, it's not to be. Yam is actually going to take that final point and will win what has been a crazy Scrapstar series. No bracket reset tonight.
That was a very... and then when we finally do get to the competitive matches, like, they are very exciting and intense. That was just... This was a trip.
Oh, that was a wild ride from start to finish, and even then, and right on that last point, we still didn't know which way that was gonna go. Penzo, unfortunately being cancelled on their rush, but Yam couldn't get the rush either. It was a great little play from Penzo to just shut that out, but it's the Scorpion that ends up getting that last little nibble. And congratulations to Yam for winning the 28th Scrapstar series. Commiserations to Pento, who will finish in second. And Slacks, bless you, Slacks, you came third. Bravo
The most
to you.
unique Scrapstar yet.